A very good morning, class. We are in the chapter number 6, main sectors of the Indian economy. Main sectors of the Indian economy. And in the last video, we talked about the three different sectors of the Indian economy, which are basically the pillars of the economy, wherein it helps to grow the economy or grow the nation. We saw what are three different sectors: the primary sector, the secondary sector, and the tertiary sector. It was an introductory video, the last one. So today we'll talk about the differences among these three sectors. How is primary different from secondary, and how is secondary different from tertiary? Tertiary sector is even known to be service sector. So this part is very important as far as your examination is concerned, the differences between primary, secondary and tertiary sector. So this is on page number 69, chapter number 6, main sectors of the Indian economy. Okay, these are the basic sectors on which the growth pattern of the economy is decided. So come to the book, page number 69. The first point is, in the primary, secondary and tertiary is, primary sector includes the occupations which produce natural products. Primary sector basically exploits the natural resources and it produces the goods and services. Whereas in secondary sector, it includes occupations which produce finished goods. Okay, whatever is produced in the primary sector, that is taken by the secondary sector and produces, and it takes the help of the primary sector to produce complete the product cycle or to produce a final product, finished product. And the tertiary sector, it includes occupations which provide services. Now the product is ready in the secondary sector, so the tertiary sector would provide the facilities such as delivering of the services to the esteemed customer who are the real user of the product. They will be delivered by the tertiary sector. Second point is, primary sector, it produces goods by exploiting natural resources. I told you all the natural resources are exploited in order to produce something of the available resources, and the best or the optimum utilization can be done so that no resource remains unutilized or no wastage is seen. In secondary sector, it converts one type of good to another. Now secondary sector is basically concerned with the value addition. Now value addition, when I say, it means it increases the value of the product which was there in the primary sector. I give you example, wheat is a product of primary sector. Wheat is a product of primary sector. How it becomes a part of the secondary sector? The moment wheat is converted into flour. The moment wheat is converted into flour. Now, when you see the comparison scale as on the rate basis, on the price basis, wheat is less costlier than flour. So what has this secondary sector done? It has basically helped in the addition of value to the primary sector product. A primary sector product was wheat, which was transformed into flour. Not only the product got transformed, but the value even got increased. Wheat is less costlier compared to the flour. Second example would be sugar and sugarcane. Sugarcane is a part of primary sector. A sugarcane is an example of primary sector. Okay, but that sugarcane, when it is transformed into, when it is converted into sugar, it becomes more costlier. That means the moment its shape is changed, it is transformed, it is converted, its valuation is done on a rate basis. You find that a product of primary sector is less costlier compared to a product of secondary sector. So we can come to a conclusion that secondary sector is involved in the valuation of the product or increment of price in the product. It is basically said to be as value added services. Okay, so secondary sector is concerned with the value addition. Tertiary sector, it does not produce goods, it produces various types of services. I told you the other name of tertiary sector is service sector. So what is service sector involved in, or what is tertiary sector involved in? It is basically involved in the delivering of services. Now a product which was produced by the primary sector value addition is done by the secondary sector, and now it is to be distributed, or now it is to be given in the hands of the esteemed customer who are the real user. So how will the product get transformed or get transferred to the person who really wants to use it? It is through the help of tertiary sector. That is what is known to be as service sector, or the delivery of services or service channel. And the third and the last point is primary sector provides food to all raw materials to industries. See, these industries are interlinked. Interlinked means they cannot live without the other. Their life or their existence is incomplete if they do not take up, if they do not cope up with the other organizations or other sectors. Okay, so primary sector is incomplete without the secondary, secondary is incomplete without the tertiary, and tertiary is incomplete without the primary sector. So this cycle of rotation can only move on, can only go on if there is a direct link or interconnectivity among these sectors. So what it does, for primary sector produces all the goods and materials which is required by the secondary sector. So secondary sector, for the feeding of the laborers, for the production of goods and services, is totally dependent on the primary sector. Secondary sector provides tools and other equipments, other inputs to primary and tertiary sectors. Now, secondary sector acts as a mediator over here. Okay, it is involved in the value added service, but at the same time, it is a mediator between primary and tertiary. And the last is tertiary sector. It provides services like banker, insurance, communication, and transportation to primary and secondary sectors. For a smooth functioning of a business, for a smooth running of an industry, there are different communication channels which are required by an industry, which are required by a sector. So those channels, be it a communication channel, be it a delivery of services, are provided basically by the tertiary sector. So tertiary sector is basically involved in the delivery of services. If there is no tertiary sector, the life or the existence of primary or secondary would not be possible. So these sectors are basically a helping hand to each other. They cooperate with each other and produce the goods which are required by the masses. So I'll put a stop over here, class. Your homework would be to write the differences between primary, secondary and tertiary sector. It's very important from the examination point of view. Make sure that you learn the differences and write down in your fair copy then. Thank you, class.